Should we buy or sell Virgin Galactic? First off, read this disclaimer carefully and do your good deed of the day by liking and subscribing. So space exploration, it's a theme in the Megatrends. 24% from the 52-week low, minus 28% average pullback. So technically, definitively in bear market territory. So Virgin Galactic, they are rather, pure play. 7% from the 52-week low here, and a minus 77% pullback from the highs. That is very, very, very substantial. So here is the company's website. Yeah, nice video here. This is definitively a very interesting company in this space. Does space exploration have a future? Obviously it does. But when it comes to any new industry, it's always tricky in the beginning. But if you do want to be part of the bigger moves in any new industry, you also have to take some risks. So we have seen a major pullback. Do we see any roaring bullish signals? Well, we do see some purring bullish signals. So let's actually draw that in. So you could certainly make the case that we have something that looks a bit like horizontal support, rather surgical from this sell-off. These lows back here. So this is an interesting level. So let me quickly just tell you the difference between catching a falling knife vis-a-vis trying to buy at a low. When you buy here, this is catching a falling knife. Also, here where we lose, after we lose the 100-week moving average in blue as support, in this territory you could see that it's more like catching a falling knife until we go down here to test 200-week moving average support. Now that we are testing horizontal support, the knife, quote unquote, has fallen to another floor. So now it is time to try to pick it up. But yeah, that's a very important distinction between buying at a low vis-a-vis catching a falling knife. Because the people who call this catching falling knives, they are the same people that will never buy anything like this. So there's no point in even listening to those characters. Here are the daily data points. I mean, the horizontal support here is very, very, very clear. You see it back here. This is a place where we definitively expect the bulls to show up. In terms of the RSI, we are at an extremely low level. This implosion low back here was the same RSI we have now. Distance from the 20 and 50-week moving average, and the 100-week is at extremely low levels. Looking at daily data points, looking at accumulation distribution, we do actually see a tiny bullish divergence here between that indicator and price. So there are buyers here. Yeah, I mean, we were just obscenely oversold here. I mean, it reached like RSI here of 22-ish. That's very, very low. So technicals are contrarianly bullish in the sense that it's so far down. The seasonality shows us that January is the strongest month. December is also pretty decent historically, so seasonality is interesting, though we do not have that many years to go on, only 4 years, but what we have is interesting. Options are available, so if you go long, you do have ability to hedge yourself. Minus 39% year to date, obviously, bears have been very, very, very ferocious. Looking here at SACs. So we have a number for sell, F value, degrowth, demomentum. The industry rank here is aerospace defense, bottom 20%. Having said that, it's very important to be aware that it is extremely difficult to price these kinds of companies in completely new industries. The market cap, $3.7 billion US. Let's have a look at what the insiders are doing. Yeah, unfortunately here the insiders are selling. Sell, 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 sell. Yeah, that is not helping. So here we have Virgin Galactic Holdings, and let's go here to the consensus estimates. So the average price target is 75% above the stock price. Highest target 246% and lowest target 3.73%. That is obviously pretty bullish. Then we take the correlations. So 62% positive with the S&P 500 long-term weekly data points, 81% with the ARK, the Cathie Wood Innovation ETF, and minus 67% with the dollar index. Short-term, minus 52% with the S&P 500, 53% positive with the UFO ETF. So that is a way to get you more diversified exposure to space exploration. And then 63% positive with the Cathie Woods, and minus 51% here with the dollar index. So if I were to sum up my take here for Virgin Galactic. So we are at a very long-term, well, as long-term as we get, horizontal support level. So this is an opportunity for the bulls to show up. We have already seen a very, very substantial sell-off. Could it go lower? Of course it could. But if I was, a short seller, shorting this stock, I would definitively tighten my stops at these levels. There's been a very big sell-off, and history shows us that this stock has had sell-offs before, and when the bulls come back into action, they can come back in a very ferocious way. So I would not feel comfortable being short at these levels, which means that there is a probability for a bull stampede, especially given that the seasonality is strong. The fundamentals, it's very mixed. I would say that the fundamentals are very lukewarm because Sachs did not really feel the love for it. The price targets were, however, very high. So that was bullish, but then the insiders are selling quite heavily, so that's very unfortunate. But taking it all together at these levels with this horizontal support, I think there's way more reasons to be bullish than bearish. But the bullish thesis is contingent on this horizontal support level holding, because the bulls don't have any excuse not to buy these lows.